Stamps.com can handle it with all the ease. No wonder over 1 million businesses choose Stamps.com for their mailing and shipping. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, just schedule a pickup or drop it off. It's that easy. With Stamps.com, you get discounts up to 40% off post office rates and up to 66% off UPS shipping rates. Not to mention, Stamps.com is a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. So stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with our promo code RELAX, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. So just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in RELAX. That's Stamps.com, promo code RELAX. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. All right, let's keep going with these firsts.
Oh,
Okay, I'm actually living for this. So I'm glad.
I'm really happy all the fans have been like, I've been asking.
Please talk about all your firsts.
I'm glad
you and Erik, we just want to know, you and Erik, all of your first things. I was like, this could be fun. And it is. Okay, your first ever cell phone, which we already talked about. I had the Nokia brick, but I don't think you told me what your first one was. What was your first cell phone? Do you know?
It was like I got to use sometimes my my dad's work one, like when I would go out, like, you know, like on the weekend, like I would use his like work cell phone.
And what was it?
That flipped open and then you had to pull an antenna out.
Yes.
I don't remember what kind it was. I remember it. Yeah, I don't.
I will say, sorry to interrupt you, because I know you'll agree with me on this one. And I'm sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you, but like, you know what the power that you felt when you flipped open a flip phone? Do you know what I'm talking about? That like you just use your thumb and you like flip. It just like, it was powerful.
They always felt.
I miss that.
I don't, because it felt very like flimsy to me. Like it felt like.
Oh, I loved it. Anyway, sorry. What were you going to say?
Yeah. And then the first, I didn't get a cell phone until I was in college. So that was my first cell phone. And it was like an LG something. Okay. Does LG still make phones? I know they make
we used them on Haters Back Off. We used the LG flip phones on Haters Back Off.
But I remember it was a big deal because like the screen was in color. It was like one of the first ones where it was in color. But there was just the same really basic graphics. They were just...
Could you take pictures?
In color? No.
I was going to say, that's wild.
No pictures, and there were no pictures to look at on it. There was no like web browsing.
Well, of course not.
Yeah, it was just the graphics were in color, and that was like a huge deal. Also, still an antenna you had to pull out of it, and it flipped open.
Yeah. Well, we had similar first phone experiences.
Did you ever have a BlackBerry?
I did have a BlackBerry. I had the BlackBerry that was a touch screen BlackBerry. It was like the same time the iPhone was coming out, and I liked it because I had a trackball on it. No, it didn't. Yes, it did. But at the bottom, I think. It was really weird. But the screen clicked because a lot of people's issue with the iPhone when this came out, I don't know if you remember this, but when the iPhone came out, people were like, well, nothing clicks. Like when you push the buttons, it's just like nothing happens.
Right. Yeah.
It was like a big drama. I remember being
really freaked out by it.
Yeah, I was freaked out by it. So I was like, no, how do I know the button's working if there's no clicking?
Yeah.
So there was a BlackBerry that came out that like competed with the iPhone that the whole screen clicked. So it was still a touch screen like an iPhone, but the whole screen would click when you touch it.
Yeah. No, I didn't have that one.
I did. I
had like the actual trackball that would like fall out.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I think Rachel had that BlackBerry. Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone had a BlackBerry. All right. So your first ever date. What was your first date?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't remember like my first ever like date.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't like, I was cool, but I wasn't like, I was kind of the shy.
I was cool, but I was...
Well, I had like my best friend was cool, and I was like his shy best friend.
Which
so I would
one?
Just, like, so I remember like going with him, like
Patrick?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like we would have like, he would like have like bring a girl to a movie, and I would go with them and just like sit next to them on like, not as a chaperone, but because
third wheel.
As a third wheel, yeah.
But you don't remember a first date you went on?
No, I can't remember like a first date. I mean, no, like you would like meet people at like the mall with your friends and like walk around. You know what I mean? The mall.
There's no like memory of that you like getting ready for a date and like taking a girl out to dinner. Like that doesn't exist in your mind.
I get to dinner.
I don't know.
No, not. I can remember like first like time having like a date to a dance and like having that kind of a thing, but not like dating. Like, because I guess the first time, like when I first got the first day I got my driver's license, I took a girl to TGI Fridays.
Oh, fancy!
I know, those fries were very good.
Oh my
and
gosh.
that was like a nice restaurant.
That's very expensive.
Yeah, TGI Fridays.
Really expensive.
Are there TGI Fridays
Yeah,
around
I
here?
think they still exist. Can we go once COVID's over? They have this like Jack Daniel's sauce that's so amazing. They put on their chicken and on their ribs. Oh my gosh, that Jack Daniel's sauce.
Let's get an old Volvo and drive to a TGI Fridays.
Oh my gosh, we're doing it. Okay,
yeah, something like that. What was your first date?
I think my first date was out of high school, and it was like my first like quote unquote boyfriend. And we went to the movies.
What'd you see?
I don't remember. I don't watch movies, so I don't remember what it was. Clearly, it had a big impact on me. But what I do remember is that I lied to my mom because I wasn't allowed to date. And so even though I was about to go to college, I was 17, and I was not allowed to date. Like my parents were like weird about that. And so I lied, and I was like, I'm just going to go hang out with my friends. And I said I was with my friend Christina, and we're going to go to a movie. So I went to the movies.
You lied.
Well,
You're a liar.
I know, because they were like, you can't date. And I'm like, I'm 17 and a boy asked me out that I think is cute. Like, I'm going to go. Like, hello, you know? So anyway, my mom.
It's cute, huh?
Not as cute as you. My mom knew that I was lying because she's not stupid. And I'm a horrible liar, as you know. Like, I literally cannot lie. And so my mom got Rachel in the car. So I'm 17, which means Rachel is in like 13-ish. And so Rachel is in the car with my mom. She drives to the movie theater, and she's driving around, and she's like, look for Christina's car. Because I said I was with Christina. And my mom was texting me, how's the movie? And I was like, it's good. And she's like, and I knew my mom knew. I remember looking at the boy and I was like, my mom knows I lied. Like, my mom knows I'm here. She's asking who's here. She's asking if we like the movie. Like, she knows. And he was like, whatever. And then
she went and like just scoped out she did like a full on parking lot stakeout.
And she knew this boy. Let's call him Tommy, just for the sake of keeping his identity sacred. Let's call him Tommy. My mom knew that like I was working with this guy. I don't know. It's just a name. The first name that came to my mind. She knew that she knew that I like was around this guy a lot because we were both working at the same theater camp. And so she had assumptions that like I liked him or he liked me or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so she took Rachel and she goes, do you see Tommy's car? Because she knew Rachel knew what his car looked like. She's like, look for Tommy's car.
How would Rachel know what his car looked like?
Because she would come to the theater camp.
Oh, okay.
And so she looked at her and she's like, oh yeah, that's Tommy's car right there. And so Rachel totally snitched on me on accident. She wasn't doing it on purpose. She was doing what her mom told her. But like,
did you get in trouble?
Yeah. I lied to my mom.
Yeah.
I lied to my mom to go on a date with a boy. But I was like almost in college. Like I left for college like a month later.
What was the film?
I do not know. I do not remember at all. Couldn't tell you. I don't remember any movies.
Mine was like Fight Club or Blair Witch Project was like the first date movie. Yeah.
Oh, Fight Club is a great movie. Yeah. Blair Witch Project is a terrifying movie, but a good date movie, I guess, because she's going to like cling on to you and feel scared. Theaters,
yeah, and then we were like scared to walk to the car. Like,
that movie was like, that movie destroyed everyone. Like that was like
totally like
the scariest
movie ever. The suspension of disbelief. Like I was like, this is real. I'm going to believe that this is real.
It was like the first vlog.
I want to believe this is real. I want to be scared. Yeah.
First ever kiss. It's getting juicy now.
What's going on?
It's getting juicy. My first kiss was...
Why'd you just lick your lips like that?
Because they were dry. Why do people lick their lips? Weirdo.
Yeah, my first kiss.
I did not. I was not weird. My first kiss was, I was 16. I've told the story a million times, so anyone who knows me at all knows this one. I
don't know that I do.
High school, it wasn't even a real kiss because it was a stage kiss and everyone was watching. It was so embarrassing. I was in Pirates of Penzance. I was Mabel, and it was like the popular guy at school who like did football. He's like the star of the football team, but also did musicals. He's like one of those annoying people. That was you.
Well, it was lacrosse, not football.
I don't know if that's as cool as football in high school back in the early 2000s.
It is on the East Coast.
I've never even heard of lacrosse.
Do they have lacrosse out here?
No.
Do they have it at your high school?
No.
Oh, yes.
Maybe they do now.
East Coast thing, maybe.
What is lacrosse? Isn't that where you're on like a horse and like...
You being serious?
Yeah. What's lacrosse?
It's the one where it's like I have to like explain the sport to
isn't
you.
it where you like have a net on a stick and you're on a horse and you like, pick up balls?
There's no horse involved.
What sport am I thinking of that has a horse?
A polo?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Isn't that like lacrosse?
No,
Oh.
It's not remotely.
What's lacrosse?
No equestrian animals. It's just, you have like a basket end of a stick and you can pass it to people and you wear like essentially.
That's not polo?
Hockey pads and a helmet from
What's the ball
waist
look
up.
like?
It's white and like this and very hard and hurts a lot.
Like a softball or like a baseball?
Like around the size of a baseball, I would say, but it's like this very, very dense, hard, like rubberized material.
People play lacrosse for real?
Yep.
I don't know anything about lacrosse. I knew that you played it, but at first, when you first told me you played lacrosse, I thought that was like track.
I was a state all-star.
Like when you first told me you did
I made
lacrosse,
like state
I was like,
my junior and
what does that
senior
mean?
of high
You
school.
made state. That's
So
like such a
I was
thing
like on
people
a
say.
like,
It's
all-star
like not a
team,
real
like
thing.
and played against another all-star team of like from people from different high schools.
What was your position? Do you have positions in lacrosse? Like linebacker?
I did. I played since I'm lefty. I played left defense. Yeah.
Defense.
Yeah.
They have that on basketball. I've heard
They
that.
do. They have defense on basketball.
I've heard that before.
You know about as much about sports as you do movies.
I know less.
Yeah. Great. Next question.
Anyway, no, first kiss. So anyway, I was telling mine before you had to brag about your lacrosse. So anyway, I had a kissing scene in this musical, and we had to rehearse the scene in front of the whole class, and everyone knew it was my first kiss. And so everyone like screamed and made a big deal of it, like, which was really embarrassing.
That's so strange.
And it was super, super embarrassing. That was my first kiss.
What kind of kiss was it?
It was like it was a stage kiss. It was like where you don't even like, there's no like, to end the kiss. It's just like your lips are, it's the same as like going like this with your hands or like your arms. Like stage kisses aren't real. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, feels the same as going like, just putting the palms or backs of your hands together for a second. It feels like nothing.
Yep.
Anyway. What was your first kiss?
It was you.
Come on.
It was a girl who had a birthday party, and it was one of like those first like co-ed birthday parties. We must have been like junior high. Mm-hmm. And it literally like an old sitcom. There was like a game of spin the bottle in the basement.
Really?
Yeah. And like I said, I wasn't the cool one. I was the shy friend of the cool one. So I was also at the party, but I was just kind of there. And I remember like it going around for a while and being terrified of like this like actual game of spin the bottle of it hitting me. And then it did. And
who was the girl?
Her name was, I'm not going to say it. But like, I remember like, so I was very shy, you know what I mean? And I remember it because everyone who had gone, they were just doing like essentially what you just described.
Yeah, like
as,
a limp peck.
Yeah. And the girl who spun it and landed on me was like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Or like whatever. And I was like,
she was at a deep voice like that?
Yeah. I was just like, I don't care. and
this 11-year-old
she
girl?
full on like, I remember put her.
She put her tongue in your mouth?
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't know what's happening.
In front of everyone? Oh my gosh.
Really strange. Yeah.
Whoa.
Weird.
Did you like it?
No. No, I didn't.
You know what's funny is that like, I don't know that story and we're married. That's so funny. But
yeah.
It's because whenever I've asked Erik in the past, like, who is the first girl you kissed? He always has the answer he started with, which is, it was you. You're my first kiss. You're my only girlfriend. You're my only anything. But I am curious about all these other peeps. Do you remember your first swear word? I remember mine. I remember the first time I said a swear word.
I don't.
I remember it so well because I was very religious and conservative growing up. So it was very much taught to me that bad words were, I wasn't allowed to say stupid. Like I wasn't allowed to say anything negative at all.
Yeah.
So like bad words were a big deal in my house.
Yeah.
So I remember I think in 4th or 5th grade. And I remember hiding behind, do you remember the obstacle courses at elementary schools? Do they still have these? They must. That you had to, on the big fields where it's like you climb the rope and you climb over the wall and you spin over the bar and you do the crab walk across. You didn't have these?
Was this like a setup?
Is this a California
Was this
thing?
set up for like a field day? Did you have field day?
No, it's like PE.
Did you go to high school on a military base?
Oh, wait.
What's
I'm
happening?
so confused. You guys don't have these on the East Coast?
No.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, it kind of is. It's sort of
Like
like boot
boots,
campy type
yeah.
of like jam. Like it's the obstacle course.